Click the subscribe button below to receive new videos as we release them. Hit the thumbs up button so others can find our content. For more information, visit thejerusalemassembly.org.
Embracing the Truth Series, Part 1. The Necessity of Choice. By Ruben D. Garcia. Have you ever wondered the mental mechanism required to execute during your daily routine that may require a suitable response to an urgent action on a prevailing situation? And the intricacy within that extraordinary response process that you have taken for granted for so long? Of course not. We have become in some sense automatic with just about our everyday responses to any demanded activity. Simply, we act almost instantaneously without an ounce of consideration to its purpose, or in most cases we are deceived to believe that we operate essentially independent from external influences. But in reality, most of us have been conditioned to believe, adhere, and exist in an all-functional environment with specific properties of cause and effect interactive activities. The precise reality is that we have been made believe that we exist in an orderly relationship with others and our environment, and that is a fallacy in which the large population is naive of its impact in our daily lives. The reason being that vital, essential variable, ingredient, is missing in the existential equation. Is it the truth? Sadly, that variable does not exist in our current environment, which brings me to the purpose of this article, and those others that follow. Consequently, the cognizable reality we, humanity, has adapted and execute daily on the consideration basis to be of a good and manageable nature, coincides simultaneously with another dimensional reality that is ever present, maintaining not only cognitive stability but an orderly relationship between you and the environment you coexist with. Think of it a bridge that span between two lands. It allows traffic to travel in both directions, affording comprehension and a continuous stable relationship among demanding phases of your daily lives. But here is the caveat to understand how makes its presence and purpose. You, the originator, must understand how to decipher, determine, what it has been presented be truthful, a remedial position, stand, or a camouflage coercive act of acceptance. Of these three, the last one holds the greatest contemptuous resistance to what it's been said, shared, or disseminated as being the truth. It should not be a surprise to you of such cognitive reactive principles, for they are very active as we speak in our political, social, and economic forums. But it is not only these three forums you will find it in your daily activities as being communal. However, there is one that hides in the shadows of deception, activating our spiritual, religious arenas. This reality spectrum does have an inherent purpose that emanates tremendous disaccords as seen in our daily news, and its emotional versatility will come more prevalent during the year 2026, as major religious disclosures hidden from humanity will begin to seep into our religious atmosphere, causing emotions as well as spiritual controversies. It will resonate with the truth being emancipated throughout activities simultaneously coming from all directions, meeting at a divine intersection in the year 2026, and finally being accepted later in the year 2033, when the power of the religious entity abdicating to have conspired in enacting not only the programs but also the authoritative laws that governed humanity for almost 1600 years, hidden in misleading spiritual ideals and acts. Subsequently, in the year 2026 will begin what the title above resonates with. Humanity will necessitate make a choice. Upgrade to Panopreader, the standard edition, more voices and features available, and know this audio clip. Of course, not everyone will quickly embrace the various truths revealed. An old saying, "It is hard to do away with an old habit," will be the stance for a while for most of humanity, because the old spiritual program humanity endorsed for such a long time affording still a conventionality even it does no longer can be viewed as the truth will remain as a lifesaver during the ongoing spiritual tempestuous sea humanity must endure until the new sober reality brings the spiritual solemnity that would last for thousands of generations. Therefore, as a first step toward solidifying this and many supporting truths in the years to come down to the year 2033, let's begin today with the simplest and most recognizable events. With the most significance and yet overlooked by many, the birth date of John, the Baptist and of course, his cousin, Yeshua, Jesus, birth date which on today's conscience are celebrated with great enthusiasm and reverence. However, such celebration of Yeshua's birth date purposely by ancient authorities not only hid the true date of his birth date but also introduced elements of reverence never relevant to his doctrine or purposes. It is here where we will begin our journey of disclosing the truth of it all as found in the scriptures. It has been there almost 2,000 years waiting for today's young and old generations to receive it. In my next article we will reveal the facts within the Holy Scriptures relevant information to the birth date of John, the Baptist first subsequently Yeshua birth date, concluding with another important element, Yeshua's ministry and the foundation for his existence, the Christ consciousness which is not what you were taught or understand to be. Stay abreast of these valuable informative articles. I also suggest you to have a Bible available during reading the articles because I will provide a road map of dates and personalities of great importance through it all. Peace reign in all of hearts and truth reign in you as the air you breathe. And so it is.